ICAST 2025 here with Ryan at the Z-Man booth. He's going to walk us through the latest and greatest coming out of Z-Man, peel back the onion a little bit for us on these baits, MSRP, when people can get them, if they can get them yet.
Yep.
What do we got?
Awesome. So first up in the lineup is 2 new Chatterbaits. Let's start with the Baby Jack. So you guys have seen this guy. We launched this at the Classic.
Yeah.
It's been available for a little bit. It's been hard to get your hands on.
Yeah, it is.
But basically what this is it's a scaled down jackhammer. So very similar appearance, but in a much smaller profile. The blade is 20% smaller than your original jackhammer.
Yeah.
But what's cool about this bait is this 3/0 decoy hook. So that's a great in-between size. You can still throw that with 20-pound fluoro if you want, but you can also throw it with all the way down to 15. It's just a good in-between size. You can throw this with a 3.5 to 4-inch trailer.
Yeah.
That smaller blade is going to give it a little more subtle vibration in the water. So if you're fishing in really clear water or really high pressure situations, it's a killer new bait.
I was slamming them down on Gunnersville on this with Hoover. Thanks money.
Next up is the Micro Max. So we've had the Mini Max out in the lineup for a while. It had a 2/0 hook. Great little small profile, and we wanted something even smaller. Obviously, we've seen BFS really blow up over the last few years,
100%.
and we wanted a chatterbait dedicated to BFS, so that's what this is. So the Micro Max is about 20% smaller than your Mini Max, but it's got an even smaller blade, very finesse strands on that skirting. You can rig this with a little 3-inch jerk shads. You can rig it with any of your kind of TRD finesse size baits, and just a killer little light line setup.
Like it?
Next up in the lineup is the Thick Sticks. So the Thick Sticks is a 6-inch version of our Fattyz. We had the 5-inch and the 7-inch with our mag Fattyz. This is just a really thick bait. You can use it on a shaky head. You can rig it on a Texas rig. A lot of guys are dragging it on a Carolina rig, but just a killer, bigger profile than a lot of your traditional worms out there. Personally, I love Nico rigging this around
100%.
marina docks, and
Yeah.
it's just a killer new bait. Super excited about this one. So this is the new Llama tubes. So when Seth Fighter says he wants a new tube, you make a new tube. And Seth was the perfect guy. So this is a tiny little 2-inch tube, but don't let the size fool you. When you think smallmouth fishing, you think immature crayfish. So a lot of guys talk about gobies, and yes, a lot of smallmouth eat gobies. But if you talk to Seth and you talk to a lot of biologists, a smallmouth's favorite food is immature crawfish, and we feel like this imitates a small, immature crawfish perfectly. And we took this up to Mille Lacs, we took it up to Leech Lake, and it is a killer new bait, and it's just a super fun bait. And with the tube, we also created a new jig head. So this is the new Llama Tubes jig head. We custom built this jig head specifically for this tube. You'll notice it's built around a Redline VMC, so it is a very sharp, very strong hook. So you can throw this with 8-pound fluoro, but you can also jump all the way up to 15-pound, and it's a very stout hook that's going to hold up well. That teardrop-shaped weight is going to fit perfectly in that Llama tube, and they're also stamped with the weight on the outside, so you know what head you're grabbing.
I'm going to forget, so that's good.
Yeah. Next up in the lineup, we have 3 new Fuzzies. Obviously, it's the year of the Fuzzy. A lot of us have been thinking about Fuzzy. And this is Z-Man's interpretation of the Fuzzy series.
Okay.
So obviously Z-Man, we're known for our ElaZtech material. All of these are made from ElaZtech. So you get a very unique action from these baits. So we'll kind of run through each of them. First up is the TRD. Obviously, we're known for the TRD.
That's mine.
And this is just a killer new way to show a TRD. All of us are throwing TRDs, so this is just a new offering. It's got a little more action to it. It's just a different look that the fish haven't seen before.
Yep.
Throw that on your favorite Ned head, and it's going to be a killer. Next up in the lineup is the Bugz. This is probably my favorite personally.
Okay.
It's a great in-between size, but so the Fuzzy Bugz, I love throwing this on a threaded drop shot hook, but you can also Nico rig this thing. You can throw it on a Ned head. You can nose hook it on a drop shot. Just endless rigging options for this little guy. And a cool thing that I do with this bait, so all 3 of these baits are a 4-pack for $9.99. It's a great value, especially when you consider the ElaZtech construction. It's going to last
10x
forever.
longer, yeah.
But what's cool with this guy and the TRD is you'll notice that there's really good center spots where you could cut these in half. So if you just want a little tiny
Micro
segment,
Ned,
you can cut these in half, and now you're getting 8 baits for $9.99. Last up in the lineup is the Nuggetz. So this, obviously, a lot of guys have been talking about dice baits.
There you go.
One issue with dice baits is you skin hook the side of it, and most of them are made out of PVC.
They rip out.
You catch 1 or 2 fish, and you're paying $16 for a 2-pack. The bait's gone, and you've wasted a lot of money. Well, with this guy, it's made out of ElaZtech, so you can skin hook it, and it's going to stay on. You can catch 10, 20 fish on a single dice bait. What I love doing with this is putting a little nail weight in it. You can take our rattlesnaker, put a nail weight in this thing, and it has an incredible action in the water.
And Rattles never came out last year, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's been a killer. And we have the new tungsten spikes that are designed specifically to work with the rattlesnake.
Okay.
Put a little 32nd ounce or a little 16th ounce, and this is just a killer new little bait.
Shoot. Take all my money.
Last but not least is the new Swag LT. So Z-Man's known for our LT lineup of baits. We launched the Mulletron 2 years ago, and then we launched the Shadtron last year. And now this is the Swag LT. We've actually been working on this guy for 3 years now. We finally got it dialed in.
3 years in the making.
And it is a killer new bait. So what I love about this bait is 2 specific things. Really, there's a lot more, but 2 things in particular. You'll notice with these 2 baits, I have them rigged differently. This guy's got a top hook, this guy's got a bottom hook. So with this bait, it's going to come with both a top hook and a bottom hook. Internally in here is actually a Y harness, so you can either run your line out the top or out the bottom. So the top hook, this sickle hook that comes with it, is a line through that's designed for fishing around cover. So whether you're skipping docks, whether you're fishing around laydowns, anywhere where you might get snagged on your traditional swim bait, now you can run this top hook and run it through cover pretty seamlessly. That wide body really comes through cover really well.
Yeah.
But then with this bottom system is your treble hook. So you'll notice this is actually a custom double hook that we sell with the bait. And what's unique is it's got the barb cut off. And the reason for that is the harness was designed to stick into the plastic, and then we have 2 clips that hold that hook securely in place.
Thank you,
so if you're skipping docks, if you're really chucking this thing, that hook is going to stay perfectly in place. There's no need for adjustment. A lot of baits on the market, you're constantly fidgeting.
They're magnetized. You freaking every time you pull it in, you're breaking the clips. It up. Yep.
But with these 2 clips and the internal hook point, that thing stays in place really well. But the second that a fish bites this thing, it seamlessly slides right out the back. These line throughs, the whole point of a line through,
you can't throw your bait,
is once they hook, the bait slides up, and now all the weight has been moved away from the hook, and they have no leverage to throw the hook.
Yep.
So this is the new Swag LT. The other piece of it that I love is the tail action. So this is actually a hybrid tail between a wedge tail and a T-tail. The key to this tail action is that it swims at any speed. So a lot of other harness swim baits on the market, they have a very small speed window. You have to reel them a particular speed to get that tail action to swim right.
Yep.
This guy, you can burn it, you can slow roll it, you can fish it in mid-column. It swims at any speed extremely well. It's not going to roll, it's not going to blow out. We've balanced this thing beautifully. And we also offer in 2 sizes and a bunch of killer colors.
Check them out.
So no matter where you are in the country, you've got a color pattern that's probably going to be perfect for your waters. And it comes in a 6-inch and a 5-inch.
So looking at all these baits, which ones are available to the public right now? Which ones in the future?
Absolutely. So both of these chatterbaits are available now.
Right. Hard to get, but available now.
Hard to get, but available now. The thick sticks is available now. Or sorry, this will be available at the beginning of the year.
Got it.
I apologize. The Llama tubes is available now. The jig heads are going to be hard to get. These things have been in high demand right out of the gate.
Got it.
Those are available now. All the fuzzy baits are going to be available in October, hopefully. That's our goal. And then the same thing for the Swag LT. We're hoping to have that in late October.
You failed to mention, this just won.
This just won.
Bring it over here.
I just won Freshwater Soft Lure of the Year. So we're really proud about that. You know, at Z-Man, we really pride ourselves on innovation, and it's something we spend a lot of time on these baits, getting them dialed in and getting them right. And it's a fun process, and to get a little hardware is awesome to finish out the show.
Yeah, it is. A little pat on the back. Yeah. Ryan, appreciate your time. Obviously knowledgeable. And so, yeah, thanks for walking me through the newest from Z-Man.
Yeah,
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite bait, which one are you looking forward to the most. Thanks you guys for watching. See ya.